For many musicians who are just starting to get serious about learning bebop, the idea of taking a phrase or a piece of musical vocabulary and transposing it into 12 keys can seem like a daunting task. But today I want to show you that with a little bit of time and patience, it doesn't have to be that difficult. Today's video is a guided practice video where today we're going to take a single phrase and learn to transpose it into all 12 keys, and I'll give you some helpful tips and tricks along the way to make it a little bit easier. So grab your horn and let's get started. When I was at the New England Conservatory, Jerry Bergonzi told me that one of the best ways to expand your bebop vocabulary was by taking any of Charlie Parker's melodies and learning to play it in all 12 keys. So I thought a great place to start would be taking Charlie Parker's Billie's Bounce and learning just the first 4 measures in 12 keys. Before we get started on the actual transposition process, what I like to do is to analyze a melody for its harmonic-melodic relationships. So as we look at this melody, I want you to consider what the relationship is between each melody note and the underlying harmony. I've simplified it down to a single chord for our purposes for right now. For us concert-pitched instruments, we're starting on an F7, and that first melody note is a C, which is the 5th of our chord. From there, we go down a half step, and then come right back up. We call that a lower chromatic neighboring tone. That means that you're just going down by a half step, and then coming right back up. That's what a neighboring tone suggests, is that you're either going up or down, and then you come back to the starting note. In this case, it's lower, so it goes down, and it's chromatic, so it's only a half step. From there, we go up to our 1. Then there's, next we have what we call a lower chromatic approach tone. So what this is it's leading us into the note after that, which is the 3. So that note, its job is just leading into the 3. And then we have 1 again, and then 6, 1. And here we have a lot of repetition, so that's going to make our life a little bit easier later when we just see that there's repeating of notes, so it's going to make the job of transposition a lot easier. 1, 6, 1, 1, 6, 1, 1, 6, 1, 6. A lot of 1s and 6s. Then we have another lower chromatic approach tone up to the 3 again, and then 1, 6, 1, and now we have another neighboring tone, but this one is an upper neighboring tone. So we're going up a whole step, and then right back to our 1. Understanding these relationships between our melody notes and our harmony helps us later on when we need to transpose this melody into a variety of other keys. This process, along with using our ear, is the main tools we have in doing this transposition process. Analyzing this melody and understanding the harmonic-melodic relationships is going to be one of the major tools, along with using our ears, in transposing this melody into all 12 keys. Now that we know our harmonic-melodic relationships of our melody, we can start the process of transposing our melody. We'll start in the original key, so you can just read the music as written this first time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time so that we can really get it. 2, 3, 4. Now that we've learned our melody in its home key and have explored its harmonic-melodic relationships, we can start the process of transposition. People have different ways that they like to do their transpositions. A lot of people might like to do it traveling from key to key along the circle of fourths and fifths. I personally like to do it chromatically. In the case for this melody, since it starts out quite low, I think moving upwards in half steps is going to be the best bet. Let me quickly explain what our process is going to be for the rest of this video. At the start of each new key, I'd like for you to take a moment to consider what the harmonic melodic relationships are, what our 5 is, what our 3 is, what our 1 is, what our lower chromatic neighboring tones, what all that stuff is in your new key. And then we're going to play that melody 3 times in the new key. The first 2 times, I'd like you to try to do it using only your brain and your ear. And then the third time, I will give sheet music for you to use in order to help you along the way if you're having some trouble. So we're at our first step in the transposition. We're now moving to G flat. And what I want you to do now is take a beat, think about what your notes mean in the key of G flat. So consider what is your 5, what's your 1, what's your 3, what's your 6, what's your lower chromatic neighboring tone of the 5, all these kind of things I want you to think a little bit about and try to figure out how they're going to land in this new key. Okay, that's G flat for concert pitched instruments. For B flat pitched instruments like the trumpet, we're going to be in A flat. And for the alto saxophone, other E flat pitched instruments, you're going to be in the key of E flat now. Okay, so consider what all those numbers mean. If you need a little more time, feel free to pause the video at this point in any new key in order to think about it. But otherwise, we're going to move ahead. What we're going to do is we're going to play this melody 3 times. Okay, the third time, I will give you an answer sheet down below. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, take a moment. Play this again in just a second. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, finally, our last time, you'll see the answer sheet down below now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we'll stop our metronome for a second. We're now going to move up a half step. We're now going to be in the key of G. Okay, if you need to pause, right now is the time, but we're going to go ahead and start working on it in the key of G, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So think about it. Gonna take it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to take this one last time. Again, this time you're going to see the answer sheet down below. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, pause for a second. Take a beat. We're now going to be moving into the key of A flat major. Okay, again, think about what these relationships are. Pause if you need to, but we're going to move on ahead and take this now in the key of A flat. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to take it again. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, one last time. You'll see the melody down below. We'll get started. A 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, we'll pause for a second here. Take a moment. We're now moving into the key of A. Pause if you need to. We're going to move on ahead. Consider those harmonic melodic relationships, right? Remember, at any point here, if it's moving a little fast for you, pause the video, consider what those relationships are going to be. Finger along, do what you need to do in order to feel a little more comfortable with it, okay? So, moving into the key of A, 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, a 1, 2, 3. One last time, melody below, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, moving up another half step, we are now in the key of B flat. Okay, pause here if you need to, consider those harmonic melodic relationships. A 1, 2, 3. Again, 2. A 1, 2, and. One last time, melody is down below. A 1, 2, 3. Okay, take another beat. Moving up a half step, we're now in the key of B, B concert. Okay, if you need the moment, pause it now. We're going to move on ahead. A 1, 2, 3. Again, 2, a 1, 2, 3. One last time, melody, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Taking our next key, moving up another half step, we are now in the key of C. Pause if you need to. 2, a 1, 2, 3. Again. Oh, 1, 2, 3. One last time with the melody. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I should mention for my trumpet players, you might feel very tempted to be looking at my fingers in order to get a little bit of a clue on what the notes are. I really suggest that you try not to look at my fingers because the point here is that we're trying to develop those harmonic melodic relationships and thinking for ourselves in our brains, not relying too much on other pieces of information. Okay, moving up another half step, we are now in the key of D flat. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. One more time in this key, or 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. One more time. We have the sheet music here now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Taking a beat here, moving up another half step, moving into concert D major now. So if you need to pause for a second now to consider your harmonic melodic relationships in the key of D, go ahead and do that. We're going to get started. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now with the music. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we are moving into the key of E flat. So depending on your instrument, you might find that you need to might need to change octaves depending on what key you're in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that at this point and start taking this down an octave for the trumpet. So we are now in the key of E flat. Pause if you need to think about it. Let's have a go. 1, 2, 3. Gonna take it again. 1, 2, 3. Last time with the music. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Take a beat if you need to. We are now moving into the key of concert E. Concert E. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Again with the sheet music now. 1, 2, 3. So congratulations if you've made it this far and you've been playing along. Then you have now played this melody in all 12 keys. Let's do it one more time in our home key, just as a little victory lap. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I hope you found this video useful. I hope it explains a little bit about the process of practicing something in 12 keys and how we can do it and how we can think about it to make it a little easier on ourselves. If you have any questions or need any more advice, you can leave a comment down below. Also, you can feel free to go to my website where there's lots of materials relating to jazz improvisation, and different skills like bebop or melodic development or pentatonics. And you can also there find a contact form where you can get in touch with me if you're interested in private lessons to learn about jazz improvisation or music theory or the trumpet. Thank you very much, and I hope this was useful to you, and I'll see you next time. Happy practicing.